she wowed the crowds during football and basketball season. I think many of you came to the games to watch Mindi perform, even though our teams were always winning back then. Mindi's skills were woven into our program, and she changed what cheerleading looked like here at Bear River High School. Mindi was named to the United Spirit Association All-Star Team 3 of her 4 years in high school. Mindi served as captain of the cheerleading team, winning that first award as a sophomore. I'll never forget, it goes to the top scorer, and I said, "Mindi, you're captain of the varsity team." Mindi said, "I don't think I can be a captain." She was scared to death, if you can believe it, fearless, tumbling across the floors, but scared to take on that leadership role. We've learned that Mindi is more than a leader on the cheerleading field. She's just as much a leader off the field and in the real world today. Mindi served as captain, leading her team to championships. We went all the way to Jacksonville, Florida competing. We competed at Disneyland and several other competitions. We won Great American Championship that year and several other awards that Mindi led her team to. Outside of the cheerleading arena, Mindi didn't stop. Even though cheerleading's a year-round sport, she managed to be convinced by coaches Linda Isham and Jack McCrory to give track and field a try. Not convinced she jumped as high as we just saw, but Mindi took on pole vaulting as her second sport here at Bear River. She attended a camp at Atascadero to learn how to do it right, and when that sport was sanctioned, Mindi made a name for herself here at Bear River as an awesome pole vaulter. Mindi went on to San Diego State, where she cheered all 4 years. Are you ready for this? If you're not convinced yet, doubters, Mindi received a scholarship in cheerleading to San Diego State and served as captain there for 2 of those years, cheering all 4 of her years. Mindi won the 2001 National Collegiate All-Star Team Championship. She did partner stunting and won one of those as well. I don't even have to convince you. If I had a picture of some of the stunts that she did, you'd be convinced cheerleading indeed is a sport. Hired right out of high school by the United Spirit Association, Mindi went on to serve as a judge and instructor for 7 years with the United Spirit Association. But it didn't stop there. She traveled internationally, starting teams in Slovakia, working with girls and boys to teach them to love the sport as much as she did. Slovakia now has teams that compete, thanks to Mindi Hopper. Mindi lived in Slovakia for a year, and when she left a piece of her heart there and has gone back to work with some of those teams. Today, Mindi lives in San Diego, California, and is having the time of her life as a new wife as of October to Tom O'Hara. So I guess I have to change her name from Mindi Hopper to Mindi O'Hara. I'm okay with that. Excited for you. My memories of Mindi go far beyond the cheerleading program. As many of the coaches have said, when you work with athletes of this caliber and you see them receiving academic awards, sports awards, it's a great honor and gives you such pride as a coach. But more than that, when you see them go on to share with others the love of their sport, to invest in other students' lives, some of the things that she received, that's Mindi Hopper O'Hara. Mindi has gone on to this day to give her heart and soul to the sport that she fell in love with as a young girl. She shares with underprivileged and high-risk students, coaching them. Mindi doesn't stop ever and can still do many of those stunts that she did back then. I won't ask her to perform, but trust me, cheerleading's a sport. It is a great honor and privilege to welcome Mindi Hopper O'Hara to the Bear River Hall of Fame. She's more like family, one of my own, and I couldn't be prouder of her. Mindi Hopper O'Hara.
Thank you again, Chris. Chris mentioned when I was a sophomore, I was terrified of being the captain. And I think, honestly, I just want to thank Chris for the impact that she had in my life. I was quiet, pretty shy, and didn't know. I would not have gone the places in my life that I went without Chris's encouragement. I remember, I probably wouldn't have even tried out for USA, the company that I've worked for a long time, and Chris just believed in me, even when I didn't know, I guess I didn't know how far I could go with that. I didn't know that cheerleading could take me around the world, but Chris always encouraged me in that, and encouraged me and challenged me to take the next step. So thank you so much. And it's so fun to have Linda Isham here too. And I remember when you and Mr. McCrory came up to me and asked me if I wanted to try pole vaulting, because it had just been sanctioned as a girls' sport, or girls were first allowed to do it when I was maybe a junior. And so I still remember you guys challenged me. I never would have tried that either.